I've analyzed 100 plus Google business profiles, and here's why most of them are invisible to the searcher and you won't rank in the top 3. So here are the 6 mistakes that's keeping you in every single low ranking profile. And the biggest thing with Google business profile is if you're in the top 3 in the map pack, you're going to get 93% of all the clicks, calls, website visits, direction requests to the profile. So if you're not in the top 3 in your city, you're probably fighting for the bottom 7%. So number 1, what I always see is they have the wrong primary category. So a lot of my current clients are general contractors. However, I always ask them whenever I onboard them, what is your main money maker? General contractors, they could do bathroom remodel, kitchen remodel, home remodel, they could do roofing, they could do HVAC. However, I want to know exactly where the money's coming from. So if the main money is coming from roofing, we're going to switch you to a roofing contractor. So you don't have to compete against all the GCs in your area. And then we're going to make sure the website's aligned to focus you on roofing instead. If that's the main job that you're making a lot of money on, it's better to just go all in on that one job versus the other jobs on top of the general contractor niche. Number 2 is for the keyword optimization and services. Most businesses only have 1 to 2 services with no descriptions on them. And this is where Google's keywords actually live. Whenever your client or homeowner is searching for your service, if you don't have it in your services and there's no description about it, they won't even find you. Just because you're a roofing contractor, if you don't have roof repair, emergency roofing services, roof insulation in the keyword under the services, you won't even exist to the customer. And a lot of times whenever we come into a Google Business Profile, we're going to add 30 to 40 services on top of descriptions on our clients' profiles. And then within a week, we see the rankings literally go from 10 or 20 all the way up to the top 5 just within the week, just by adding this simple thing of services and descriptions on all the services. In the description, I usually mention the main city for the business location that you're in. And next thing are basically wrong photos or no photos. So whenever somebody comes into your Google Business Profile, one thing that Google tracks is whenever somebody actually clicks onto your Google Business Profile, do they call you, do they go to your website, or do they just bounce into a next competitor? And there are black hat ways that a lot of people, they might pay college students around the city to go and search up roof insulation near me and then scroll all the way down to click on your profile, press call, press website visit. And that's what actually triggers Google algorithm. So a lot of agencies actually do a black hat way to help you rank by doing that. So they just pay a bunch of people to go click on your profile. So if you don't have any photos or you're lacking in photos, what's going to happen is a person is going to come into the profile, they're going to see 1 or 2 photos, then they're going to bounce. And that sends a very bad signal to Google that these homeowners actually don't want to see your profile at all. So you need to upload photos constantly. 2 to 3 per week is usually what we think is best. However, you need to constantly drip over time. So you don't need to upload 100 photos and then all of a sudden you stop uploading photos. It needs to be consistent over time. Next are old reviews, and recency matters more than old reviews. So how Google weighs reviews is in the past 90 days, how many reviews have you gotten compared to your competitors? If you're getting more recent reviews than your competitors, even though if they have 1,000 plus reviews from 5 or 10 years ago, you're going to outrank them just because you're getting more and more jobs and you have more and more trust within the customers today and in the past 90 days. So in the reviews, you need to have the client mention the service and the city they actually perform the service in. And anything else that you want them to mention, like emergency roofing, emergency plumbing, you have them mention in the review. That's what's actually going to rank you for these keywords. So make sure that you actually have a review process in mind of getting more and more reviews. It's not just a quantity that it's nice to look at in your Google Business Profile. This will actually contribute to your ranking factors by a lot. And this is one thing I always tell my clients. And also, the recent reviews have no replies on them. You need to be replying to every single review on your profile. If there's a review that hasn't been replied to in 48 hours, Google's going to think you're not serious. So now if you're a local business and you just want us to handle all the website creation, the local business profile management, you want us to handle everything related to local SEO, go ahead and click the link in the description and book a call with me or one of my team members, and we'll see if we're a right fit. And if you're an agency and you just want to white label our Google Business Profile software, you could go ahead and click the link in the description as well, and then use it for your clients. Next, I want to talk about GBP posts. So in the SEO community, there's been people that says, hey, this is not contributing to rankings. Hey, this actually contributes to rankings. But the biggest thing is Google would not have GBP posts if they didn't want you to post. So what it does is sends signals to Google that you're actually active company. If you're not posting, you're not getting reviews, and you're marked as open, Google's going to assume that maybe you shut down as a business, but you're just marked as open wrongly. So you need to be posting to your Google Business Profile 2 to 3 times every single week, depending on the market. And this is what we handle all for you with our software. And if you're an agency, you can use the software as well. Next is your Google Business Profile is not aligned with your website. So the name, address, phone number on your Google Business Profile has abbreviations or capitalizations. That's not the same same as the website. Google Business Profile is probably 90% of all the rankings. However, the last 10% in a competitive market, they're going to check against your website. And if your website is also linked to your Google Business Profile, so if somebody clicks on your website from your Google Business Profile and then Google notices that they just bounce or they actually don't book in any estimates, it's going to look badly upon you. So right now you're probably already getting a lot of leads to your website. It's just how do we bump the conversion rate from 0.5% to 3%? That would result in 3x the amount of consultations and leads to your business. For us, whenever we bring on clients, we try to cover all of our bases. Even though Google Business Profile is the main way to rank on Google Map Pack, we also make sure your website, so if somebody does go to your website, it also converts them without them dropping off the page. So we're not leaving money on the table. So I hope you got some nuggets out of this video. And the one thing I want you to do is just go to your Google Business Profile, make sure you actually have like good photos, get a review process in mind, and also do the posts, fill out every single keyword, add 30 to 40 different keywords along with descriptions on them mentioning the city, and then have the reviews, and then set up the review engine that you can just get more recent reviews. So there's also some links in the description you could go ahead and check out, and I'll catch you in the next video.